Welcome to the Red Hot Inhuman podcast. It's another week. It's another pod. Make up your own shit. You're going to like it. Bitches.
Fucking hell, lad. I thought you came prepared for that one, lad.
Nah, I just didn't know what the fuck to say.
It's alright, lad. We'll let you off. Right, we've done all the plugging for this week. I was listening to the last episode and we did a lot of plugging. So what we're going to do...
what?
Everything.
Oh.
Absolutely everything. Steve, when
Fuck off, Wasp.
Yeah, we've got a wasp in the room and it's becoming a bit of a nuisance.
Special guest guy, the Wasp.
Angry wasp in a suit? Business wasp.
Business Wasp.
Hello. Hello, I'm a Wasp. I've got £28 a month to spend and I'd like to get an S6. Oh, well, I've got the deal for you, Mr. Wasp.
I've got the exact deal for you, Mr. Wasp.
What's your job title? I'm a honey manufacturer. I'm just an angry bastard.
Wasps manufacturer honey... I've got no words in my vocab at all.
Nah, no one. So
we got a bit distracted by the Wasp, but because Steve has finally seen it, we're going to do a nice half an hour long episode on Civil
War.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will bring about the end of some of Civil War, because Civil War seems to dominate most of our fucking pods.
I know, mate. Like, the thing is, I've actually listened to a few of our pods, and a few of them we literally talk for about 5 minutes. Like, what do you think's going to happen in Civil War then, Steve? You know, so like we do talk about it a lot, but now we can finally wrap up what we think of the film. So, Steve, before we kick off, lad, what would you give it out of 10?
A solid 7.
A solid, like a hard 7.
Yeah,
Like a hard 7.
a good, nice, fucking stiff, pink, fleshy 7.
See,
more of a flaccidate.
yeah, a flaccid 8, a stiff 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the sounds of that. Well,
It's the RIP dick rating for films. If it's a 10 out of 10, it's a diamond cutter.
it's a diamond
It's
cutter.
a diamond cutter of a film. But then, I was sat there and I was thinking, what actually would be a diamond cutter in the MCU?
See, if we're just looking in the MCU, I feel like Winter Soldier is the diamond cutter 10. Winter Soldier, out of the 13 films that are now in the MCU, Winter Soldier's the diamond cutter.
Yeah. See, I really liked Iron Man 3. Personally, for me, as an overall film and story,
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 was I thought was certainly the best one out the Iron Man films.
Yeah, out the Iron Man films, most definitely. A lot of people flame Iron Man 3. I think it was really inventive in that it came at Iron Man at a different angle. In the other two, he's just kind of this, playboy, billionaire, philanthropist, as he says about himself in the Avengers.
Well, look at it this way. Iron Man 1, he's Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Hard drinking, gun toting,
Bit of a dickhead.
bit of a dick.
Pussy grabbing.
But he's still got all his... Apart from when he's in the cave in Afghanistan or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's got all his tech. But he still manages to work a fully functioning arc reactor that's consigned to his fucking chest.
That's true.
From bits and bobs laying around in a cave.
Yeah.
That just happened to have some of his own tech in there.
Yeah, that's it. So he could...
What a coincidence.
Oh, it's ironic, isn't it?
What a fantastic coincidence.
It's that Alanis Morissette time.
Iron Man 2 focuses on, he's Iron Man, he's Billy Big Bollocks, he's untouchable, blah, 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 blah.
They spend a lot of time introducing War Machine in that film, more so than anything else.
What I liked about 3 was that it was set after Avengers. And for me personally, it was all starting. Obviously you had your Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Was that
after Iron Man 3? But
but they never really...
Yeah, they don't have a big link after Phase 1.
The only real link you had to Cap in Phase 1, in Avengers, was the cards. Coulson's cards.
Of course, yeah. That's the big link back to that film.
That's the big link back to Cap. I can't there's not really any link back to Thor either. Hang on.
Oh no, because it's Loki.
Loki's
the big villain. So that's the perfect link. You've got Iron Man who links up it's his tech that causes it. It's the
I really feel sorry for him. Well, I'm going to say the Avengers films.
Yeah.
Is Black Widow is just a bit part.
She's so left out. Like, I noticed this as well, because I've been watching back over them, because Civil War has took over my life. But I've been watching back over the old episodes. That's how much of like an episodic thing the film is now. I've been watching back over the old films, and Black Widow is always a secondary character in someone else's film. But so much so that she's not even a fleshed out character at this point. No. Like, literally, her first appearance is Iron Man 2.
The most you find out about her was in Age of Ultron.
The flashback scene in Age of Ultron when you see the Red Room. That's the most you know about her. But, like, if you look at it objectively, Iron Man 2, she's introduced.
Yeah.
She spends the whole film flirting with Tony Stark.
And then kicking ass at the end.
And then there's Avengers.
Poor Happy. Happy.
Man. He's John Favreau.
he spends a good 5 minutes fucking over this one dude, and when he gets done, he's going, right. Shit.
You did very well. Have you noticed how he just disappeared from the films after Iron Man 3? He's not in Age of Ultron, he's not in Civil War. He's just not been mentioned again.
Well, you don't really see... after Iron Man 2,
yeah,
it was... Tony took a step back from Stark Industries, and Hogan isn't employed by from what?
In the actual storylines.
In the actual storylines for the MCU, not the comics, he's employed by Stark Industries.
By Stark Industries more so than anything else. Now that does bring me on to a point actually, because you'd think that they'd bring him back up only to serve as a foil to.
Sorry, I thought you were putting.
No, I had a knot in my ear, mate. You think they'd have him as like a bit of a foil to Tony Stark in Civil War, only because Gwyneth Paltrow's gone. Like, her contract's ran out now with Marvel, so we're probably never going to see Pepper Potts on screen again.
You know, for some reason, I thought you were going to say fucking Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
So, Peppa, go and get Tony. There's a cat stuck in a tree.
Thin Fang Foom is taking over New York.
We need Iron Man. That's right, Daddy. How can we get Iron Man?
Oh my god, that's too spot on for you not to watch Peppa Pig at all. But so, like, speaking of all this, anyway, we'll move on to Civil War, because we are just going to eat up all our time talking about the old films, because we never talk about the old films.
No, we don't. But I think it'd be nice if we could sort of stretch this out,
like a look back. So
we could do another one tomorrow.
Yeah, we could do the look back today, and we could do the full Civil War review tomorrow.
Yeah, gives me a chance to try and download it on my new phone, my Huawei Mate S.
Something's made Stephen's bumhole moist.
Oh, this week it's Huawei.
It's a brand new phone.
It's a combination of Huawei and Vodafone.
Happy days.
It's not as bad.
So what were we talking about then? Black Widow, obviously, she flirts with Tony Stark. Then she goes to Avengers and she flirts with Mark Ruffalo. And then she goes to Cap 2, Winter Soldier, and she flirts with Cap. And then she goes to Age of Ultron and she flirts with the Hulk, Ruffalo. And then she goes to Civil War and she does nothing except for, at one point, have one quippy line with Hawkeye, like midway through the film. Like, we're still going to be friends,
We're still friends, right? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it depends on how hard you head, man. Like, shut the fuck up.
So when did you become Canadian?
Well, shut up, ladies.
Thanks for that, Benny.
Do you know what? I need to fact check that now, because I actually think that Jeremy Renner might be Canadian. So, like, I mean, she's been underutilised, but speaking of Hawkeye, right, he is the most underutilised character in the MCU at the minute. Yeah. By far, mate. He is absolutely... Do you remember his first appearance?
Yeah, he was, it was in Thor.
It was in Thor, and they make, like, the worst joke ever where they're like...
he went to go and get the thing, and he was on the rafters.
Yeah, and he's like, where's the Hawk? And he's like, in the nest. And then he, like, radios... Oh, no, that's Avengers, isn't it? When Loki asks... No, wait.
No.
My head hurts. Is it Samuel L. Jackson asking Eric Selvig at the beginning of Avengers when they're working on the Tesseract? And he goes like, who's in the nest? And then he's just sat up there looking all emo, leaning across a bar, and
that's Thor.
I can't work it out for the life of me. I literally can't work it out. No, he's from California, by the way.
As far away from Canada as you can humanly possibly get. But while we've been chatting, I've got some stats.
Some statistics.
Statistics and figures.
Cool.
Right. I feel really sorry for Paul Rudd.
And lowest grossing, is it?
Lowest production budget.
Really?
Joint lowest production budget.
With, let me guess, Incredible Hulk?
Yes.
Oh, lad, what a fucking...
Ant-Man received 130 million production.
Right, yeah, the actual budget for production. That includes marketing as well, that though, you've got to bear in mind.
And Hulk was 137.5.
No way did the Hulk have a higher production budget than Ant-Man.
It only just...
Broke even.
No, it's worldwide box office.
Which one's this, sorry, Hulk?
Hulk. Its worldwide box office ended up being 263 million.
Really?
So it still made its money back. And
Yeah.
You know,
Put some money in some people's pockets.
It almost doubled its shit.
Yeah. It's weird to think that
domestic opening weekend was 55 million. Domestic box office was 134. So just in the US alone, I should imagine, it almost broke even.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world.
Everything else just went into the fat cat's pockets.
Comparing that to Ant-Man, Ant-Man was 130 million production budget. Domestic opening weekend, 57.
No way.
57.
I thought it'd make more than that, me Ant-Man, because it was a really big hit.
Yeah, well, when you look at it this way, well, let me tell you the stats. Domestic box office was 180 million, so it was 50 million in the black.
Yeah. After its domestic box office.
It then went on to finish on 518 million.
Jesus Christ.
If you look at it that way, it was a success.
Yeah, that's it. It's a huge success.
The most was, there's Avengers on 225 production budget, Iron Man 200, Avengers Age of Ultron 250, and Civil War 250.
Oh, that's expected.
Ultron. We'll go from Ultron because it's not fair us doing Civil War because it's literally only been out 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. We can only look
and
at
according
the box
to the worldwide box office, it's already hitting 940 million.
Jesus H. Crackers on cheese.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what, no. We'll go Iron Man 3, 200 million production budget.
Yeah.
174 million domestic opening.
Jesus Christ.
408 million domestic box office. 1.2 billion worldwide.
Oh my God.
That is a lot of arses on seats.
Yeah, to death, mate.
You look at the Avengers, 225 million production, opening weekend domestically, 207. Its domestic box office took 623.
Oh my God.
And then it ended up grossing 1.5 billion.
That is so much money.
And it's very, very similar for Ultron, 250 production, 191 domestic.
Yeah, so they didn't...
459 domestic box office, 1.4 billion. So
they were only short the mark. It's just people who's dropped off over the 3 years they had to wait for it.
But if you look at say just the original Avengers, 225 billion was the production budget.
Million.
225 million was the production budget. They almost got that back from the domestic opening weekend.
In it alone.
Yeah. If you take your original layout off the fucking rest, it's still grossed 1.2 billion.
That's absolutely astounding.
That's mind-boggling facts, really.
That's a lot of money.
If you think, and I'm not ashamed to throw my current wage out
Yeah.
This month I picked up just shy of 1,500 quid. Yeah. And I've had to work my fucking dick to the bone for
that's
that.
It. This would have been a 9-month film, maybe a 12-month film, obviously, if you take into account that it's an ensemble cast. It's getting everyone together at the same time.
Then you've got all like your post-production, your re-editing, your reshooting, overdubbing.
But if you look across the whole spectrum, that is like 6 times what we earned. just for doing any one job on the entire set of that movie. Like, you're easy making that much back. Easy. Yeah. It's absolutely astounding, that. But, where do you think Civil War's going to stand with that?
Well, considering it's in 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, it's already bounced up to 940 million. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't get to around, say, 1.3 bill.
Yeah, I'm thinking about 1.2, about 1.3 bill maybe. Because it's going to break a bill.
Yeah. Literally, all they've got to do is get the Avengers out of fucking bed, and I think they'll broke $1 billion.
Mate, it's literally, it'll go over to $1 billion with tonight's tickets alone.
Probably.
Like, I'm so ready to go back anyway. It will tip over.
Do you know Guardians of the Galaxy beat Captain America Winter Soldier?
Really?
Same production budget. 170 million.
Yeah.
Okay, Cap beat it in the domestic opening weekend, but only just.
Right.
95 million, 23,721, as opposed to Guardians of the Galaxy, 94 million, 320,883. So it was only just over $500,000.
Yeah, but it's still a break.
Its domestic box office for Guardians, 333 million. Caps, 259 million.
Well, the thing with Guardians, though, that I think, it's got that knock-on effect. When Guardians was coming out, no one knew who the property was. No one was prepared to learn who the property was.
So people were like, going, oh, okay.
Yeah, the people who were really into the MCU were going,
but
yeah,
considering
I'm going.
That was the next one. Cap got released on April 4th, 14.
Yeah, that got released in November of that year, didn't it? Or was it
Guardians
October?
got released August 1st.
August?
It wasn't that long.
No, there's not that long between them. 5 months, 4 months.
Cap's worldwide. Let's have a guess at Cap's worldwide box.
Worldwide box 1-1. Or is it under 1?
Under 1.
Under 1.
Way under 1. I'll put you out your misery.
0.8?
No. 714 million pounds.
Oh.
Million dollars.
Yeah.
Guardians, $771 million. So it really did fucking batter
it
it.
tipped it. Like, it really did knock it out the park on that one.
Oh, poor Hulk.
Oh, what did he gross?
Nothing really. 260. He basically just about doubled the money.
Hulk sad.
I feel really sorry for fucking Mark Ruffalo though, because of Ed Norton and Eric Bana.
The directors being whatever the fuck his name was for the first one. I actually know his name because I remembered not to watch any of his films again. Ang Lee. Ang Lee killed the Hulk off originally with Hulk dogs.
And jumping right through the Grand Canyon and throwing tanks.
Yeah, pretty much literally put him in the Grand Canyon because they didn't want to animate anything more animated. That's what Dragon Ball Z did. Do you know when they wanted them to fight in Dragon Ball Z? They'd make them go like, let's not hurt the civilians, and fly out to nowhere so that they didn't have to animate a city. That's literally what they did in that film.
Fucking hell.
Isn't that just Dragon Ball Z tactics on steroids, though?
Yeah. But just looking at this, so Civil War, so we had, what, 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13 including Civil War.
Yeah.
That's Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Cap the First Avenger, Avengers, Iron Man 3.
Hulk 2.
Do you know Iron Man 3 came out near enough exactly a year to the day of Avengers?
Really? Oh, yeah. Cause
Avengers was May 4th, 2012.
I was going to say 5th.
Oh, well, close. And Iron Man was May 3.
No way, that's class.
But the next one out, which is this year,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor
That
Strange.
is November 6th.
Close, November 4th.
Oh!
And then following that...
Wait. Following that one in May is Thor Ragnarok.
No.
Fuck! Guardians 2.
Yes.
Right, and then it's Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
And then that's the first film of 2018, or is it the last? Oh, Spider-Man Homecoming.
That isn't on here.
Spider-Man Homecoming's in that slot.
In what slot?
In that slot between Guardians 2... Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther. Because it's Black Panther afterwards, isn't it?
See, look at this, though, for, like, just 2017 alone. Guardians 2.
I can't wait.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's going to be killer.
And then if you're saying that the Spider-Man Homecoming's getting, like, sort of slotted in between Ragnarok and Black Panther...
There's 3 coming next year.
You're missing something as well.
I'm not missing Captain Marvel.
27... No, Captain Marvel's 2019.
Of course, yeah.
What is going to...
Infinity War Part 1's in 2017, isn't it?
2018.
Oh, man. You batted in my head.
Right. Now, what film is going to come in between Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther? That isn't Spider-Man and nothing to do with Marvel. Really?
We're going
to have episode 8. I don't know why I'm holding up 3 fingers.
Yeah, it's 3 on 5.
Yeah. So...
Oh, man, that is going to be a killer year for Disney, you know. Disney are going to be raking it in that year.
From November... Well, fuck it, no. Let's say in May they're going to release Guardians. That's going to have, I'd say, a 6 week to 2 month run in the films.
Yeah, easily.
The,
the way that Guardians went down.
So that'll take us to, say, July. That's cue all your Michael Bay, fucking...
Yeah, your Transformers 6,
Transformers,
your fucking Avatar, untitled Avatar sequel.
Avatar 10, All the fucking big
your summer blockbusters.
Your summer blockbusters. Disney are going to be sat there stroking Mickey's Mickey. Mickey's like that, going to go, hoo-hoo, I'm rich.
I'm rich, you motherfuckers.
But then from like November, you've got Thor, November 3rd. That'll run straight through to New Year.
Which will take us into...
Then you've got Star Wars opening just before Christmas, which will take us through to February.
Yeah.
Then you've got Black Panther.
Which is going to be killer.
Which is going to be off the fucking chain.
I can't wait for Black Panther. I want to go back to Chadwick Boseman, in a minute, because he's fucking amazing in Civil War. Actually, we'll go on to him in next episode.
Oh, who was that Black Panther?
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman. Do you know... I'll tell you this beforehand, right, just because I'm so excited off the fact. So, Chadwick Boseman is the type of actor like Heath Ledger's an actor. Do you know how he gets into the zone? So, you know how Heath Ledger pretty much sent himself insane and killed himself because of it, because he got so deep into the role of the Joker? Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda, where he comes from, is obviously a made-up state. It's been a part of Marvel Universe for about... I think, like, this is just guessing, because I don't know...
what really fucking done me head in?
Go on.
Is that in Age of Ultron... You had Andy Serkis
playing Ulysses Claw.
Right. And when I looked at Civil War, Wakanda's now in their fucking certificate.
Yeah, well...
That's a hell of a commute to just get some fucking aluminium.
It's fucking vibranium. Come on now, lad. It's a lot of money for vibranium. A lot of money.
Imagine trying to see the smackheads. Lads... Don't know what the fuck's going on with this spoon, but it's not burning.
Not heating it up, lad.
Excuse me, sir, do you know that's vibranium? What, lads?
You want banging, you, mate?
Oh, chat shit, get banged.
Ah, Jamie Vardy's having a party.
What?
Jamie Vardy's having a party. Right.
Shout out to the Leicester. Massive.
Well done for winning the league.
Again?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we've already announced that on one of the shows, haven't we? So... What he did, Chadwick Boseman, to get into the role...
Did he become the black man? Like Samuel L. Jackson does? And Morgan Freeman?
Bro, they're always that way.
Exactly, so they get stereotypically typecast into the certain films.
Well, let me tell you why he wasn't a stereotypical typecast, for God's sake, will you?
Come on.
He's that type of method actor, right? Because Wakanda's a made-up state in Africa. He designed the accent for Wakanda. Do you know the people who... Well, when I say the people, I mean him and his father, because they're the only people who are from Wakanda in that film.
But it's just a generic African accent.
But it's got its own dialect still, right?
Alright.
But it's cool.
I must admit, I've only seen Civil War once, and I'm sorry, mate, it didn't float me boat. Now, maybe it was because I saw a shit copy.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it, because it is a spectacle.
I saw a shit copy of Age of Ultron, and I fucking loved the film.
Yeah, Ultron's killer. I just love the cat. Right, I love the character of Ultron, but yeah, let's wrap up these character synopses dead quick before we go, just how we got to this point. So we have Black Widow, who was a slag and just wanted to flirt with everyone. We have Tony Stark...
Slag with no womb.
Slag with no womb, because she got red roomed, as according to Avengers.
Red room! Whip out the womb!
Red room, whip out the womb. Brought to you by...
Snacky Smarts.
It's Snacky Smarts. So, she was a slag, and she just wanted to flirt with everyone. Tony Stark, he started off as a billionaire playboy philanthropist, got to Avengers, got post-traumatic stress disorder. He came to know himself in Iron Man 3, took the light out of his chest, retired for no reason at all, inexplicably came back from retirement, caused another catastrophe by creating the artificial intelligence Ultron, went into retirement, and then inexplicably came out of retirement again for Civil War. Then we have... it's true, isn't it? Then we have Thor, who...
just fucks off.
Yeah, that's it. He came to Earth because he got banished because he was a moody teen, I suppose.
He was probably an emo.
Yeah, he was just an emo kid, and his dad kind of did that.
Dad, let me play with my hammer. No, Thor, you'll go blind. Because it was. Don't forget, it was.
Yeah. Hello, Clarice.
Hello, Thor.
Hello.
Could you tell me what? Did you breastfeed him? Yes. Toughens your nipples, doesn't it?
But he came to Earth. He retrieved his hammer because he was so worthy of the power of Thor.
He went, stop! Hammer time.
He also gained diplomatic immunity from being from a different planet.
Diplomatic immunity!
Which, by the way, is probably my favourite part of Civil War, because there's this bit in Civil War where when they're running down the highway, do you know they're doing that really weird highway chase? Spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, don't come back next week. But tomorrow. They're doing that chase down the highway, aren't they? And then, like, he kind of, like, stops and goes, "Well done, Captain," and then, like, takes his helmet off. And every time now, without a shadow of a doubt, something in the back of my mind goes, "Diplomatic immunity," because he fucking has. He's a king. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, well, you can't run around in a suit like, "Ha! Diplomatic immunity, sir."
Arrest him! Fuck up, dickhead.
Shut up, lad. I'm a king.
I'm a G, lad. I'm that much of a G. I'm an A, B, C, D, E, and fucking F.
Stop the alphabet at S. I've got it down to a T.
Oh! I'm nicking that one.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? So, what was I saying then? So,
diplomatic immunity.
Why are you Ulysses Claw gaining diplomatic immunity?
Have you not seen Lethal Weapon 2?
Yeah, but you sound more like Ulysses Claw than anything else.
Josh Ackland, he was the big bad in thingy.
You sound more...
Diplomatic immunity. He was from South Africa.
That's probably why you sound like Ulysses Claw. When you do it, then you have one South African accent. But he comes to Earth, he beats the Destroyer armour. This is Thor.
Oh, the big fuck-off giant thing.
Yeah, and then flies off because he's a puss.
Yeah.
He smashes the Rainbow Bridge, and then Avengers happens, and he inexplicably returns from Asgard.
Smashes the Rainbow Road.
Yeah, and then, for some reason, he comes back in Avengers, gets the Tesseract. That turns out to be a teleportation device that takes him and Loki with that cool space
stone.
It is the space
stone.
Yeah, from the Infinity Gauntlet. So they go back to Asgard, and then Thor 2 happens. Can't remember anything of it because that film was a bit weak. And then inexplicably again, he's back and he's best buds with everyone in the Avengers hangout. And then
I think I'm just theorising here. I reckon Ragnarok will be the last. Black Panther will be just setting up for. That's a solo movie, but I reckon the end credit scene on that will
set up for Ragnarok.
Well, no, because that's after Ragnarok.
Oh, is it?
I reckon Ragnarok. You'll see Thanos.
See, I was thinking that. I think he's going to get the ether. This is all for next episode.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't get mentioned after Thor 2, does he? He kind of says, "I'm going to stay at home with Jane Foster," and then they fight loads of robots, and then he's not heard from again. Hulk, he was in the shitty what's his face film?
Hulk.
Yeah, the Incredible Hulk. He was in shitty Incredible Hulk, and then he went into the woods, and then Black Widow found him in Avengers, took him out. He told Cap that he was always angry because that's his secret. And then we didn't see him again for another 4 films, and then he came back in Avengers 2, but for some reason he had anger under control ever since he met Black Widow. But I think that's the main Avengers cast. The rest of them come from the ancillary films, don't they?
Yeah, so we'll just have to cover them. So
I think we are coming to an end now because it's just timing, really. Yeah. Timing's done us in. But what we'll do, we'll pick up from the secondary characters that were introduced in Phase 2.
Well, we'll just go from Doctor Strange onwards, and we'll theorise the other films.
Happy days. Sounds
fantasy bookdom. I love doing fantasy
bookdom. I love fantasy bookdom. So we're sorry about being a very information heavy pod today, but hopefully we'll be able to catch up next week. We've got a couple of jokes in there anyway, so you shouldn't have to worry too much. But you will be able to tune into the next episode, and we'll give our review of Civil War and what we think is going to come in the future.
So from me, Steve Rowlands, and Matthew Picton, we'd like to say thank you very much, and we'll see you in a bit. You've been listening to a bit of a Civil War / Marvel type thing on the Red Hot and Human podcast. We hope you enjoyed this one, bitches.